Hey, babe. Ready to join the revolution?
Welcome to Boss Less, Babe More, a woman-first business movement where soulful strategy means brand clarity.
I'm Grace, alignment coach and Akashic record reader.
And I'm Reka, designer and brand strategist.
Together, we build businesses that are aligned, supported, and actually sustainable.
Fuck the rules. Let's change the world for every woman who comes after you.
Hey babes, welcome back to this week's episode. Today we're going to be talking about what's going on behind the scenes in our own respective businesses, which is Paper Reka and me now rebranded Akashira. Woohoo! So yeah, a lot of things have been percolating behind the scenes for us, and we'd love to share a little bit about how things are going. And we're going to go rosebud and thorn style. I don't know if you guys have ever played rosebud and thorn, but would highly recommend it. Reka, do you want to explain the concept here?
I would love to. So hello, welcome back everybody. I have learned this concept from a friend, and we did it in a friend kind of setting. And then I later learned that Michelle Obama always does this with her family. And it makes a lot of sense in any kind of context where you are sitting with some people and you want to share and you want to find a little bit of framework around your share. So as you go around the room or a circle or a group of friends, the concept is really simple. Rose is something that is positive or uplifting or something that you're excited about that's happening in your life. A thorn is exactly what you think it is, something that's not going as well as it could, or something that has made you sad or bummed you out or just is kind of falling apart. And a bud is something that you're really looking forward to in the future. So most people just do rose and thorn, but I like to add the bud too at the end. So my preferred way of going through it is starting with the thorn so that things get just progressively more positive. But obviously you can share this anyway or organize this any way, shape, or form. But I've done this with total strangers at parties and friends of friends whom I didn't know. And it is such a beautiful, small way to get really honed in on something personal and deep without going this route of, oh, so what do you do for a living? Or, those like surface questions that can kind of happen in circles where you don't really know where to start.
It's like autopilot questions.
Yeah. So this is something that we have done in a previous iteration when we were testing our podcast. And I feel like pulling it into this one is kind of a great way to just sometimes check in with where we are. So if you guys enjoy this, I highly recommend next time you have a family dinner or gathering. If you're sitting with some friends where you really want to just kind of get to what everybody's up to, it's just a nice way to check in. Another great option is to sit with your business bestie and discuss what's happening in business too. So really, like, you can apply it to any kind of group context or two people context that just cuts through the bullshit and gets to a deeper kind of thing. So I think it's a lovely format. And I feel like we've talked a lot about our businesses and how you're rebranding and some of the offers I've been restructuring. So it feels like a nice way for today to be just structured around this. So do you want to start with the thorns?
Oh, I got a thorn, honey.
Let's do it.
Yeah, so I am currently still in a rebrand, which most of the design stuff is really done at this point. It's just, okay, now we have to put it together. And so I'm switching over into completely different platforms and business systems that I'm very unfamiliar with. And so was trying to get some of that set up today. And oh my God, it was like the login wasn't working, and the AI chatbot inside of the platform was like, here, I'll walk you through this easy thing. And it's like, that doesn't exist. None of that is showing up on my dashboard. So, and then it was like, oh, I can't answer this question for you. Oh, okay, great.
AI will take our jobs, but not yet.
Not quite
Not
yet.
all of it.
But a new platform, a new thing to learn, which I know I can do it, but oh my God, it's just like, oh, another thing. So that's my thorn.
And
I
I don't
will
think,
get through it, but
and I don't think it's talked about enough in the entrepreneurial world of how much of your systems need to be set up with technology, even if what you're offering is, especially yours, you need a scheduling tool, you need a Zoom link, you need a what, a this and that. It doesn't matter how service-based and human focused and connected your business is, you have to build with technology. And you're absolutely right. Like, it's figure outable, but the different systems, and then when you're switching and transforming and transplanting and moving one thing from another, like even just the format you'll have now, I think will be very beneficial for you. But you'll need to onboard all of your clients, existing clients, to this new thing. This is now where you log in. This is how you schedule with me now. Like, people fall off because of that, because the people on the other end also like, well, this is how we've always done it. What do you mean I got to log into this new thing now? What do you mean I got to set up a password? Like, that's fucking annoying. So if you don't have to switch, don't switch. Or just because something looks a little shinier and $2 cheaper, like really consider what is your tech investment in terms of time and energy, and just frustration that you will get just because you switch to this new shiny thing that may also not be that good because you saved a buck. So I'm actually very proud of you for waiting this long and really, really thinking about this and sitting with this to make sure that this is the right decision for you, because it will be a thorn for a little bit until we get it all set up. But I also think it's a good point to mention that just because you have a brand and you have certain elements, like, you still have to apply it to everything.
yeah.
So like, that's okay. You have a logo. Okay. You figured out your name. Okay. You have a new web domain, but fuck, you gotta still build everything out. So it's not for the faint of heart. But what would I say for thorn? Let me check in. I actually don't think I have a true thorn in my business. I feel like I have a lot of fire happening in my life, and all with the planetary alignments where I have a lot of energy and like, let's go and fucking do this. So that feels good, but I'm also wicked impatient. Like, I have to really, really, really check myself. So I would say maybe a thorn is like, I have all this energy, I know where I'm going, I know what I want, and can it just happen right here, right now, please? I don't even mind doing the work. It's not even like I don't want to do the work. It's just like, I want it here now. And that's just not how this shit works. So I would say a bit of a thorn is that I can't just have a magic wand and fix it.
Yeah.
Gotta be patient. Well, it's not too bad.
Consistent, sustained effort.
I mean, I hear it and I know it, but then I still just want it right away. You know, it's like Amazon ruined me. What do you mean it's going to be here in 2 days' time? Like, I can't wait for that dress the whole entire week. I ordered some books. I tried to buy used books on World of Books, Books of World. Do you know this website? It's like used books, and obviously way better than giving your money to Amazon. And I do give my money to Amazon too, unfortunately. But I try to buy books from independent bookstores or libraries, or, and it's almost a week for the books to get here.
Oh my God. It's
And I just got
ages.
yeah, and I got the notification it got delivered. I'm like, finally, I've been waiting so long. So maybe thorn is that I can be a little impatient. But that's about it.
Not bad.
No.
That's a good time in business if that's the worst thing that's going on. So
Yeah.
hell yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. I would say rose-wise, my workbook is almost complete, which is going to funnel may not be the right word, but it's going to feed into what the course content is. And I'm the type of person that I can't really get on camera. Even if I know what the topic is, I want to be able to refer to things specifically based on what will be the printed content that you look at the end. Like, I'm not the type of person that here's the video and now I'm going to build the thing out. It's like, I got to build the thing out so then when I'm speaking about it, I can say, this is on page 2, or like, I don't know why, but in my brain, it has to be organized that way. So now that I'm so freaking close, it feels like, okay, I can sit down and record. So that is a big, big rose. It's been years in the making. I have felt called and pulled towards strategy almost immediately out of design school. I saw that it was a missing puzzle piece for almost every interaction or white label design or agency or place I worked for. People kind of brush over some of the basics and the strategy. And it's some of it is not, I think now I find the exciting stuff in it, and the way I wrote the workbook, it's interesting to work on it, and you kind of just figure out what makes your business work. So I think I put enough of a spin on it where it's actually interesting and fun work. But I've been just kind of dilly-dallying, pulling the trigger on it. And I felt for so long that I'm not qualified to really teach this or speak to this. But every single person I guide through that process is like, oh, I know who I am. Like, I finally see who I am. It's written down on a piece of paper. I can pull this one sentence over and over again and really clearly explain my offerings and really be specific about X, Y, and Z. So it's a big rose. That's something that I've questioned, went back, started, restarted, in so many ways, like try to avoid it. It's like, it's here, it's happening, and I'm almost done, and it's really exciting. So that's a big rose. And then so we are recording in Ohio. Yesterday and today is a little bit chilly, but it's been just so nice and sunny out that it's absolutely 1,000,000% affecting my mental health and business. Like, I have obviously spring season and growth and Aries energy, and like I understand all of that, but I just have so much more vigor and excitement for life in general that the world is on fucking fire anywhere we look. So to find the motivation from November to March is very difficult for me. And you can call it seasonal depression or just slowing down the business or whatever, but it feels exciting and new again. So that feels like a big rose. And finding this new groove with BM and recordings and how we have restructured it and editing things in an app that's way easier. Not doing the video where we feel like we have to dress up. It's just a big rose, like, it's an exhale. This feels fun. Like, the recording process always felt fun, but we talked about always felt exciting, but it's a rose to have settled to what makes the most sense. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I think those would be the ones. And then just the little charcuterie board we had as a snack. That's a big, out of the magic cooler from Grace, was a big fucking rose. I love eating like that.
Hell yeah.
I think just a little snacky, this and that, little date, a little piece of chocolate, a little piece of olive, like, give it to me. So good. I'm just a happy camper.
Roses.
Yeah,
You're just in full bloom.
I am in full bloom. I'm very, very happy.
I love that. Yeah, and I totally agree with you with like, I think every entrepreneur probably feels this a little bit, even if you don't have seasonal depression. Like, the end of the year is a lot with holidays and all of the obligations that we get roped into. And so then kind of crawling your way back out of whatever hole you dug yourself in the winter time is legit in March, April. The sun is out. It is time to move. So yeah, I definitely feel that energy as well. And yeah, so exciting with the course. It's almost going to be birth here soon. So really excited to go through, do some Akashic analyses on it before you click publish and just see what magic you've been conjuring. Because I hear about the things, but I haven't seen.
Yeah, you haven't seen the full outline.
Yeah,
and it was pretty intense, guys. I was like, do I put this in there? I'm like, yeah, they have to know this too. Okay, we're gonna put this in here too. It just feels really comprehensive and good to share. Yeah.
I also think that this is really a brilliant offering for you, because these are the conversations that you're having with pretty much every single client. And sometimes I think we get a little tired of having to spout the same spiel 80,000 times, because it's like, if this is what you do with every single client, why not say it once, record it, hand it to them, and then be done, and then you can actually get to like the real like work that requires you, which would be like the logo work and stuff, where it's like more of that individuated
Yeah, it's almost like I'm automating a part of the process where you can absolutely 100% do this by yourself when you have this whole entire course, when you have all of these handouts, where you have this whole entire workbook. It's not impossible. And I wasn't trained on all of this. I didn't go to business school. I didn't go to marketing school. I went to a design school. We learned how to design. And it was just because, like you said, repeated these conversations a million times with everybody, started to read some of the marketing books, started to read some of the strategy books. Like over time, I amassed these questions and started to map out like, wait, everybody needs to know this. Wait, everybody's struggling with this thing. Wait, this is why their marketing is not working. This is why they are changing this and this. Like, oh, and that's kind of my brilliance anyway, the whole divine wisdom, like seeing structures and knowing like, obviously this goes here and this goes here. That kind of organization it always came to me very easily. But now it's like, okay, if you want to do this with me one-on-one, we can meet and I can walk you through these steps, but you're still going to get the same handouts that you have to fill out, or I can sit there with you while you're filling it out, but it just makes so much sense. So
Yeah.
I'm pumped.
I'm so pumped for you.
Yeah.
Very,
Yeah.
very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say, I did not say this, maybe a thorn is being in front of camera to record it. I don't love being on camera.
Yeah.
But it's stuff I know. I'm really proud of the workbook. The system makes sense. How I structured it makes sense. So I don't think I'll have such resistance to sit down and record it like before. But still, I don't know. I don't want to be on camera. But I'll do it for you guys. Just buy the course. You can see my pretty face.
Yeah, and I mean, I will also say just not only from doing rebranding work with you, but also watching how you work even with other people. Like it's so logic driven, which I think I mean, I know that you dabble in the esoteric realm as well, but there's a fine line where it's like, wait, but is this grounded in reality? Is this woo-woo thing that you're telling me, is it grounded in reality? And is it actually going to produce results? And the way that you do things, it does dig really deeply into just what somebody actually needs to be able to create a brand that not only has longevity, but also is a true reflection of the person who is creating it in the first place. So,
yeah, I think sometimes we believe that because the business we do is more esoteric or woo-woo, and those are my favorite clients. I love that. You still have to explain to your people who you are and what it is you're offering. And it sounds so dumb, but it's like, yeah, is it this course that you're doing? Is it this membership that you're doing? What are they going to get out of it? How long will it be? How are you funneling them into the next thing? Like we talked about this a little bit with offer architecture, and every single piece of that should talk to the next piece. And we're actually talking about this with you, right? Like, okay, if you're offering this intro thing, how does it take the place of a call, a consultation? Is it parallel? Is it just satisfying another subset of your people? Do they know what their next step is to work with you? Like that's not woo-woo. Like that's how your money comes in. Otherwise it's just a hobby, which is also great. Go sit down and counsel people, or hold your moon circles or whatever you want to do. But if it's not rooted in something real, then the business will not be real.
yeah.
So
brilliant.
Yeah.
You're just so
Thank
brilliant.
you. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm hoping all the recordings will happen within the next 2 weeks, and then by May, do I want to say this out loud? By May, it will start to be available. Maybe I'll have a couple of taste testing people at a certain code discount rate. We'll see. But ultimately, I'm ready to hit the ground running. Just create that freedom, baby. Align with that freedom mentality.
Yeah.
What are your roses?
My roses. Actually, this just popped into my head and it's so silly, but I haven't really been on TikTok for almost a month now, and I've basically gotten like 1,000 followers from doing nothing.
Wow. When you were sitting here thinking, if I can just hit 1,000 people, remember that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So I'm
just come to
almost to 3,000, and I haven't really done anything for it. I had a couple videos go viral, and so they're just kind of coming in on their own, which I know I need to get back on it, but oh my God, guys, the hamster wheel of content creation is a lot. So
maybe we'll do an episode about that.
Yeah, maybe next week. Yeah. So anyway, that was just something that popped into my head. I just got 1,000 free
Yeah,
followers.
that's a great, Rose. Yeah.
Yeah. And then even though I know I was just bitching about this new platform, I am very excited to be on it because basically where I'm headed is very different from how I'm working with clients currently. So pretty much all I do right now is one-on-one work. But at some point, I would really like to be having courses and doing group coaching and things like that. However, all of the systems that I currently have only support me doing one-on-one work with clients. And so I have like a gazillion subscriptions to all these platforms that are floating off in the ethers. And by switching over into this new platform, it actually combines everything into being in one space. So oh my God.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
gonna
excited
be,
about that. Like the
yeah,
simplification
yeah.
of I don't have to remember all these usernames and passwords for so many. It's all in one place. So I'm really, really
All the
excited.
fucking billing cycles probably. Oh, just this hit my account, this hit my account. It's like, no, here's this one thing. It takes care of my website, my scheduling, my courses.
And you know how you were talking about earlier about switching over to something else just to save a buck. Be very conscious whenever you do that. This is actually going to save me a little bit of money. So that's really nice because like the scheduling system that I use right now, just the calendar is almost the same price subscription as this other platform that does literally everything. So I'm like, it's a no-brainer to just go on over. So all my clients that are listening to this, you got a text message from me today saying, hey, if you get any weird automated messages, it's just me. I'm not spamming you, but I
Yeah.
am switching over. So, yeah, I'm very excited just to get the ball rolling on that. And then I've got a little trip coming up, which I'm very excited for. I have really been feeling like I need to skip out of town and be in my own creative bubble for a little bit. So I'm gonna be peacing out and going to Arizona for 6 weeks to, I don't know, find myself eat, pray, love style or something. Not really find myself, but I think that there's something really beautiful about changing environments. So I guess another rose for me is that I'm in a training right now to deepen my expertise in the Akashic records, and it has been blowing my mind, guys. It has been such a perspective expanding experience to go through the work that I'm going through. And if you know me, then you know that I always do the work myself first to make sure it's legit. And I apply it for myself too, because I will never ask my clients to do something that I myself am unwilling to do. But it is pushing me outside of my comfort zone in some pretty intense ways. And while it's really exciting and beautiful and interesting and all these things, it's also fucking terrifying. And just want to be so wholeheartedly real with that. Like, oh my God, I've had to have some really challenging conversations with people that I dearly love over the past 3 weeks. It has just been like boom, 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 uncomfortable conversation after uncomfortable conversation, or oh, I'm gonna do this thing that I've never done before. Wow, really outside of my comfort zone. But the results that are happening from this is just so fucking beautiful. And I'm so excited to be able to bring this level of work into my client practice. And also, I think that me taking some space, going out west for a little bit, being in a new environment is actually going to be something that accelerates me and the way that I do my life, do my divinity, and then, you know, by osmosis, my clients' experience with this work as well. So
Yeah,
it's
and
just,
I would say if you guys are listening and have not worked with Grace, there are a million intro level things into the Akashic records, but as a person who has been working with you on a couple of different aspects and facets of my business and even personal life, the tiny door that you opened with that with the latest knowledge that you have. It is so deep and so much. Like, I'm not saying I felt like I know the Akashic records and what's happening, but you've given me a really good baseline of just remember this. And each time when we adding another layer, it's like, hey, I'm ready for it and I feel comfortable. But even then, like, you still have to apply it. And then the first piece you said to me 2 years ago is still something I gotta re-remember and reapply. So this absolutely like blows you up. Like this is gonna be so helpful. And then especially clients that you've had for a long time, to be able to take them to that next level
Yeah.
will be magnificent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very, very excited about it. But at the same token, and I mean, I've done a little bit of it with you. You know that it's deeply triggering shit.
Oh, yeah.
It is so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
And it requires a lot of trust, not only in like, you know, in me by
Yeah.
like you're listening to me tell you these things that I'm seeing, right? But also trust in yourself about if it's showing up, I am capable and ready to be moving through it. So that's beautiful, but also it's so fucking scary.
Yeah.
If I'm being really honest, it's just
Yeah.
really, really scary. I feel like these are quite literally the missing puzzle pieces to a lot of the work that I've already been doing that's been really beautiful and profound and all that. But it's like, oh, this just ties everything in such a deeper, more beautiful way. So very excited to start sharing that with my one-on-one clients who have been with me for a long time. This is absolutely not work for brand new clients, but if you want to go down that rabbit hole and you want to start, like we'll start at the very beginning and then you can work your way towards it. But this is not for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not.
Now, based on our session with the 10% of conversation we had, I'm like, ah, shit. Yeah, I see that. Okay. Fuck, what am I gonna do about it?
Yeah. So, it's really exciting, but wow, I just feel like there's so many, I guess balls in the air for me right now that I'm trying to juggle and see, okay, where does everything need to land? So, like, I have my vision, it's just not quite executed yet.
Well, and I would say that's ultimately the beauty of entrepreneurship too, right? Is
It's never done.
it's never done. It's when I first thought about that, I was like, well, this sucks. Like, you don't get to clock out the same way because there's always this, not even like there's always this new offer. Because I would caution you guys against that too. Like, don't just throw more shit out there. That's not necessarily, maybe it makes sense, but maybe it doesn't, right? Like, that's not necessarily what the growth is. But deepening that knowledge or offering a better way or finding a way to reach more people, like those are all valid ways to go about your business. But that takes a lot of thinking and a lot of creativity that can be kind of exhausting. And sometimes when you did your admin work and texted your clients and dealt with the emails and whatever, like, who the fuck has energy to think about a new freebie offer or writing an email sequence to a course that you're creating? Like, even if all the pieces are exciting, like it's just a lot. But I want to say, for the record, I'm continuously always impressed by you, but I'm continuously impressed of how much you stay in integrity with your work. Like,
Thank you.
any and every conversation we had, I never felt like it was not something that, maybe the life circumstance wasn't something that you had to personally contemplate, but some sort of parallel you have worked on or contemplated. And that feels like a legitimate healer to me versus, I mean, I don't even think you like to use that word, but in the woo-woo esoteric land, there's just a lot of that. Like, yeah, I'm a Reiki healer. Yeah, well, don't put your hand on me because it just feels gross. Like, cleanse yourself first before you come to me,
Yeah.
And you just do that. You just walk that walk too. So I appreciate that.
I don't think I would be a very good coach otherwise.
So many people are doing that though.
I know.
It's not, I can see it. I can see it all around me now. Like, unfortunately, my eyes have been opened. I'm like, I do not want to talk to you. I do not want to learn from you. Your offers are gross. Like, whatever the scenario is, I can see it now.
Yeah.
I know. I'm like,
once you see it, you can't unsee it either. And there will be healers or shamans or whoever, everybody is like flocking to them. And it's like, I smell bullshit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of terrible, but also great. Like, okay, that is not meant for me, so I can walk away from it. Versus, I think, especially at the beginning of entrepreneur careers, almost everybody knows more than you do. So it's really hard to trust yourself and trust your instincts. And we just train it straight out of ourselves. Like, I must not know. Like, I think the strategy piece was a really great example for me with that. Well, I must not know because I didn't go to school for marketing. I didn't do business. Like, how would I know what strategy is? I have been fucking talking to clients for 15 plus years. I do know.
Do you know what you're
Yeah.
talking about, Reka?
I do know what I'm talking about. Like, God damn it. Like, create the fucking thing, you know, like don't diminish yourself just because you entered an arena where people have been there longer. It may not mean that they know that, or it may mean that you have an extremely unique way of looking at that and offering that, right? That can light someone up. So it's kind of a tricky thing. But yeah, those are good roses. What about the snacks? Do you have a rose feeling about having snacks today?
I always have a rose feeling about snacks.
Snack time is always a rose. Okay, good.
I'm very excited for whenever I am skipping town in Arizona because we're gonna be trying out our remote podcasting experience. So I feel in my bones that both of us are locationally moving, and won't be in the same space, but it just feels like fun and freedom to be able to still do this with you, connect with you, no matter where we may be adventuring off to in the world. So I'm excited to see how that goes. I think it's actually going to be pretty easy, dare I say.
Yeah, I think the platform we're using now is gonna 100% allow for that to be super simple from our phones, which is great. Just getting the right tech gear now in place is gonna allow for that. But gosh, how far have we come from one mic on a laptop plugged in with the shittiest videos? You guys never even saw those videos.
You did not see the light of day.
We did not know how to edit them and what the fuck to do with them. So thank God. But maybe one day we'll put in a little clip. I have one very funny clip that is on my computer that I think maybe we should share on the account one time. And there's something to be said about finding the right technology and tools and then just not being afraid that some stuff is shifting or changing. Because I think oftentimes when we create that business, like, well, we always sat down and recorded together. So if we're not together, like, well, then I guess it doesn't
How do we
exist.
do it?
Yeah, like how do we do it? So it's like not only just look up some technology and see and test, but also have kind of the mindset of anything is possible because firstly, not only millions of people record remotely probably or have call-ins or, you know, group messages, like we have to embrace the technology and create good content for you guys and like hear how amazing everything is happening out west for you. Let's do it, even if it's a little strange to be on just another side of a screen, right? So that's a good bud. I'm looking forward to that too. I think it will be fun. I'm very much looking forward to your trip in the sense, not that you'll be gone. I'm not looking forward to that, but I'm looking forward to
get rid of me, huh?
yes. I'm looking forward to the transformation because I think for you, you will just evolve and see like, oh, I've grown. But I think seeing you, it's like not seeing someone when they go through a weight loss journey and all of a sudden they appear in your life and you're like, shit, you lost a ton of weight. Like you look amazing, you know, like I think that's what it would feel like for me when you're back, like, oh shit, you're a completely different person. You just shine differently. What else? Other buds?
I think that's it. What are your buds?
One is kind of by the time you guys are listening to this, we'll be really close to the actual event, but I'm looking forward to our currently last sound bath that we are offering at Hold Space. It is going to be a boom mandala ritual edition of it. And every single one of our sound baths that we've offered had similar components. We would have a circle, we would have the actual sound bath, we would have cacao, a circle setting cacao sound bath throughout. Grace did Reiki, and all of those elements are staying, but this time the circle will actually have this ritual that I've just never even taken part of or know at all what it's like. So I'm really, really curious about that. And I'm really looking forward to that. So if there are any tickets, I don't know, you're filling up the spots, but if there's any ticket left when you're listening to this,
Yeah,
click.
we'll put
put a link.
the link in
We'll
the
put a link.
description.
If there's not a link, then it means we sold out by the time this went live. But looking forward to that. And I'm really looking forward to completing this course and this workbook that feels like, you know, when people write a book and it's like, oh, I birthed this, like this is like a culmination of my work. And, you know, I just turned 44 and I feel very fucking young. I feel like I'm in my mid 30s. I do not feel I'm over 40 at all. Sometimes my left hip clicks when I get out of like a low car, or like our couch at home is really, really low. That is the one time I'm like, oh, I'm getting old. But otherwise, I really genuinely do not feel like I'm getting old. And so it feels silly to say that this is my life's work, but it feels like it's my life's work. Like there's something really kind of cool about putting this out there as this like, ta-da, it's the culmination of everything I know. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. And I don't think I had the same, I had excitement to like get something going, or I had this like financial attachment to it, like, oh, I'm going to sell this and make money. But this time it's coming from kind of a different, somehow a different perspective. I'm not even sure, but intention is the same, to educate people, to help them to build better, stronger, more sustainable businesses. Like none of that has changed, but something about it feels more exciting than previously. And then what else? But I am excited for some work that will be coming through at Hold Space, some yard work, some gutters, hopefully. There's a couple of things I've been working towards, which if you guys own homes, you know, shit breaks all the time and stuff needs upgraded all the time. And there's certain things that I can do and make beautiful and organize and paint and whatever and DIY, but there's a couple I can't. And I think I've reached that point with a handful of projects at Hold Space. So I'm looking forward to it. Some of it are really big undertakings, but I'm looking forward to making this space more beautiful and more just a little oasis that I think it already is. And just beautiful things, like pretty things, organized things, clean things, properly installed things, like all of that is like such a fucking love language to me. So I'm looking forward to buttoning up this house. I felt like when I purchased this home in 2019, I was in a really bad place. I was going through a divorce and literally was contemplating like burning everything down, and honestly moving back to Hungary. That was on the table. My parents were asking like, what am I going to do? Where am I going to go next? And I said, a lot of connections and friends, and like I can stay here. I can do this. But so much of what this space represented was a potential for something new and bigger, and this home was so run down. Like, other than that, I think the two neighbors and a handful of people that saw it originally, like maybe five to 10 people max, know what it looked like and smelled like first when I purchased it. It's come a really, really long way, and I feel like I'm giving it back this energy and this. The way I can think about this is, you know, have you seen those videos when old ladies get like really beautiful makeup done and they just get pampered? It's like this old thing they have forgotten. They have been forgotten, or their skin is just so wrinkly that nobody wants to put makeup on it because it will sit in the creases and whatever. And then it's just somebody comes in and cares for them and cuts their hair, and it actually really suits them. It's not just some shitty automatic, like, all right, we'll cut your hair short. It's like you make them look beautiful and you put a pretty dress on them and you just treat them as this beautiful body of knowledge and experience and like depth that, you know, this human has experienced on this earth. Like, I feel like that with this house. Like, I'm giving it back. It's like proper, like inside and outside. Like, I've thought about everything. I've invested all my time, energy, money, everything into it. And it feels like that's why it's a big bud. Like, it's kind of coming together. Like, okay, You'll be okay. It's not a problem that you're an old historic home. You can still be beautiful, you know. So that makes me very excited.
And she is.
Mm-hmm.
She's a beaut. If you guys have
She,
ever been here before, would highly recommend it just for the vibes, honestly.
yeah. I mean, people have come here to do photo shoots. People have just stayed here overnight as a staycation. People have rented this place with girlfriends just to hang out and be able to go downtown. Like, it's an esoteric healing space, and I have two beautiful healers here, one being Grace, but it's just as like a cool space to be inside
Yeah.
in Dayton, Ohio, where some places are just like so run down and gross and whatever, or just cookie cutter like suburbia. I feel like this has some cool walls and cool weird things about it. That's fun to experience. Yeah.
Yeah. And
For sure.
everybody that I have here, all my clients that come here, the first time, they're like, I just keep looking around and noticing that there's boobs and pussies everywhere.
That's also true. Yes.
So the more you look, the more you will find.
My favorite part of that is that above the toilet, there is this beautiful print of a vagina, a bleeding vagina. And obviously, as ladies will sit down on the toilet, will not see this print. So the only people who will see that print is, well, you'll see it when you walk towards the toilet to sit down. But what I really wanted it to be is like at eye level for any dude that walks in here. I'm going to make you look at this bleeding vagina while you're peeing here. Like, that is my goal, that you just
What? It
realize
is
where
working because while I don't often work with men, I do every once in a while take a male client, and whenever they're in there, like they always
they
come
comment.
out and have something to say
Good.
about it.
Excellent. Mission accomplished. That's it. I can die now. Life is complete. That was my intention. I was like, this is a beautiful print. I got it from an artist online. And I was like, I know exactly where it's going to go and who's going to see it and when.
Fucking brilliant,
It was
actually.
extremely intentional. Yeah. Yeah. I love them. Yeah, that's me. That's me in a nutshell today.
Amazing. Yeah.
Not
So
too much, but it's mainly good, really.
yeah,
Mhm.
beautiful. Honestly, same for me. I think the technology things are gonna smooth over pretty quickly.
Now that you logged in. I
Now
think
that we're logged in,
Now we
that's the
actually-
biggest problem. Just logging in.
that was so funny. I'm like, okay.
We're off to a really good start.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you're interested in coming to our cacao ceremony sound bath, it is going to be April 26th from 4 to 6 p.m. here at Hold Space. Please come no earlier than 5 minutes before, please.
Yeah.
We've had people show up really, really early, so if you could just come right on time, that would be absolutely perfect. If you are interested in doing brand strategy work with Reka, there is going to be a link below. And then if you are interested in tapping into the esoteric with me, I will also have a link for a consult in the description as well. We would absolutely love to connect with you. And until then,
Don't forget
to boss less, babe more.
47 minutes.